Hi guys, glad you're here. Hope you're ready to make some Christmas cards. I thought, well, this is July. We got to do some Christmas and July cards for sure. And I'm going to do something I haven't done for live. I don't think I've done this for live before. It's like I said, I've only been doing these for a few weeks, and then I did some for a few years ago. But I'm going to be casing a couple cards from the July to December mini catalog. I decided yesterday I was getting, things were coming too fast, and I thought I got to come up with some two cards really quick for tomorrow's live. I thought, oop, I'm going to case the catalog. So if you ever need a card real quick and your creative juices just aren't flowing, look through any of the Stampin' Up catalogs, even past ones if you've kept those, and you can start making cards and just case some of the cards that are in there. Okay, now I'm starting something new. Didn't do door prize last video, but I'm going to be doing door prizes again. I'm going to do two different door prizes. The first one is for everybody that comments during this live. You'll get put in the drawing to get it's a card basis with the new in colors and a little bookmark with the new in colors, so you can have that as a reference. Um, I'll show you that here in just a minute. So everybody that comments during the live will get to get their name put in a drawing. And as soon as the video's over, I'll hurry up and put everybody's name in a bucket. And within a half an hour after the live's over, I'll hurry up and post on Facebook. And when you're watching on YouTube, I will put it over in my communities tab. If you ever go to my YouTube channel, click on communities, and there will be posts there. And I'll post the winner for that too. And then you'll need to contact me, and I've got a link down below on how to contact me, both on Facebook. Let me get my chat up here in case there's somebody wanting to chat with me over on YouTube. Not just yet. That's okay. So, like I said, comment during this live, and you'll get put in that drawing. Now, for those of you that aren't watching live and you're watching the recording, you comment while you're watching the video, and you'll get put in the drawing to get both of the cards that I'm making today in today's live. So you don't need to share anymore unless you just want to. I appreciate it if you do share. But now all you have to do is comment. So, and if you are commenting during the live, you will also be put in the drawing for the cards I'm making too. So you get a chance to earn get two times to get a door prize. I'm only going to allow a person to get one door prize per video. So I just want to make sure you know about that. So make sure you comment, and then you'll get put in the drawing. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to show you what you get. Oops, there. I was getting ready to click the wrong thing. Get this back up. Every time I change the picture, I have to get my chat back up on YouTube. Okay, here is what I'll be giving you if you comment today, and I will do different door prizes. It's not always going to be this. This is something I had left over. Hi, Peggy. I had left over from my open house, so I put a couple things together. So you get this neat little bookmark that shows you all the new in colors, and I'm giving you two card bases of each color. So you're going to get 10 card bases with this. So if you comment while we're live, you'll get put in the drawing. I'll get everybody's names written down on some tickets and draw the name, and I will post the winner within a half an hour after the video's over on Facebook and also in my communities tab on my YouTube channel. So that's what you'll get if you comment during today's video. Okay. Oh, hi, Mary over at YouTube. Thanks for coming from Colorado. Congratulations. Congratulations. Glad you're here. I was saying door prizes, starting to congratulate people already. One thing I do want to make sure you know, per Stampin' Up rules, door prizes can only be for USA people only. But if you're outside of the country and you still want to comment, I'd love to hear from you. That's more fun. The more people that comment, it's a lot of fun. Oh, hi, Carol. Glad you're back. Okay, now, as you're seeing the July to December mini catalog. I'm used to saying January to June, but this is the holiday catalog. I'll probably just call it holiday catalog the rest of the live. And this is what I'm going to be casing from. But I thought while we're waiting to get a few more people up, because a lot of times people come in. Oh, hi, Rosemary. Oh, two of them. From northern Wisconsin. You're not too far away from me. I'm in Indiana. My husband goes up to Wisconsin a lot. Okay, so got sidetracked. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm casing these, but if you look in the back of the catalog, if you've got this, if you place at least a $150 order before shipping and tax, you get Stampin' Rewards. And you can also get host exclusive products. So there are some in the annual catalog, but I wanted to show you the two that are here in the holiday mini. You've got this really cute caroling mice stamp set. I do not have that yet. Let me get that a little closer in case you don't have the catalog. Isn't that cute? And I think I put a link to the digital form of this catalog below in the video description. So I hope you can check that out so you can see it a little better too. But see this paper here? This is also something you can get if you place at least a $150 order and use your Stampin' Rewards dollars towards this. It's a $30 value and you only need $18. So say you do just a $150 order, you'll get $15 in free stuff and you'll just pay the extra $3 to get this pack. It's a 12 by 12 pack. You get 48 sheets. I'm going to show you each of the designs, and you get 4 of each design. So it is such a good deal. For $18, you get 48 sheets of really, really pretty paper. So I wanted to show you those real quick. So let me get this out of the way. And when I get done with this, I'll start making the cards. Isn't this cute? This is called Celebrate Everything. I can't remember if I said that. And I see a bunch of people. Let's see. Is it Cries? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Sorry, it's from Iowa. Or Chris. Maybe it's just Chris spelling it a different way. And then I've already seen Rosemary. Then I've got Mary Alice here on Facebook. I got 2 screens to look back and forth. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm going to try my best to see your comments. But you guys will all be put in the drawing to get that in color cardstock and the little bookmark. So here's this. Isn't this pretty? I love this. This could be for Christmas. Well, it's definitely probably for Christmas. I was going to say for birthdays too because you see candy. But this definitely looks like a Christmas thing. Mary Alice, I just noticed you said it's your first time here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Okay, and then we've got this side. I just love the colors in this too. So I'm going to try to make it so you can see. There we go. Then I'll put this one more in the middle. It's hard to get 12 by 12 in the screen. Here's this. Then we turn this around. And here's that. So you got 4th of July. This could be Christmas. It could also be winter. It doesn't have to just be Christmas. It could be an outdoorsy thing. It doesn't even have to be a season. Then this side here. I can't remember all the colors. Oh, that's Granny Apple Green. I mean, I'll look in the catalog again. Isn't this gorgeous? That's definitely Christmas. We turn this over. But I just know, looking in that catalog, you do not see how really neat this paper is. Then we've got some pretty stars. That could be all year long. Then this side. I love the different patterns. Some of them are just patterns like this. Oh, and there's a little wood grain one. So you could make that any color you want. You don't have to keep it white. Hi, Monica. Oh, good. I'm glad you're home so you can watch. You're probably usually at work, aren't you? So here's this. This is a good one for Halloween. And you could color these in orange, whatever you want to do. You don't have to keep it black and white. And we've got this side. And we've got this one. And those of you that are just coming on, oh yeah, don't you need this paper, Carrie? It's just so neat. I actually just got this. I can't believe it took me this long to get it. But I got it free with my last order. And then this one. So like I said, this is in the back of the holiday mini. I'm just going to say holiday mini. I keep saying the wrong months. Here's a good fall one. Like I said, this is 48 sheets. They're all 12 by 12. Ooh, here's fireworks. I forgot about this one. I've only looked at it once too. I love the fireworks in different colors too. This one. Oh, and you've got to have stripes. Love those colors. And I think there's one. Yep, this is the last one. This striped one here. There we go. So yeah, you could use this all year long. Yeah, Mary, it's definitely good for all the seasons. So here's that paper, and you can get that whenever you place at least a $150 order, and you can use it. You can get it through your Stampin' Rewards. So that's a host-only set. But that catalog doesn't do it justice. I want you to be able to see those really neat designs. Okay. Are you ready to make some cards? I know I am. So first off, I'm going to bring my catalog back out because, like you saw in the title, I am casing cards from the mini. I was strapped for time yesterday to make cards for today. I thought, oh, we're going to case the catalog. And this is something you can definitely do whenever you want to, if you need a quick card and just can't come up with an idea. Now, this one I've got down, it's page 16. And now that this catalog's live, I can show you the inside of the catalog. I love that. But see this little card right here? Let me get it a little closer. This card right here. That one is using the, I can never remember the name, Santa's Delivery Bundle. Very cute. But I'm going to use it with the Cottage Wreaths Bundle. Okay? So remember what that looks like. Okay? So I'm going to take that. I'm going to make a card looks totally different, but still keeping that same layout. So let me get my paper out here so I can get going. First off, I'm using a card base. This one is 8.5 by 5.5. It's a real red piece. And let me grab my bone folder, and we will fold this in half. Whenever I fold cards in half, I just look at the corners to make sure I get those corners lined up. Okay, we'll put this over to the side. Let's go ahead and get some stamping done. Let's see here. Let me grab, I think I need this. Yeah, I need the smaller one right now. This is for my wreath. And this is a photopolymer stamp set. Let me see if I can get my Stampin' Pierce mat without knocking my light over. There we go. That would have been cute. So you always want to, when you do photopolymer stamps, you always want to have this as your base. This is in the annual catalog. And I'm going to grab this. I actually use it for my cling stamps, which are rubber also. So I use them all the time because I just love the support it gives. Okay. Let me open. Oh, sorry. This is Garden Green. Oh, let me show you the bundle. I can't believe I almost forgot that. I always want to show you that real quick. Isn't this bundle neat? I love all these dies. I could barely fit them on the sheet that they gave us. Isn't that cool? Now, if you're new to Stampin' Up, the magnet does not come with it. It's got this paper here with some tape on it that holds it all on there for you. But I always like to buy these magnet sheets on Amazon and cut them down to size and put them on. So that's this. It's got all these different wreaths. This is another one that is good for all seasons. We've got a spider for Halloween. We've got some leaves and acorns for fall, some things for Christmas. And of course, since I'm doing Christmas in July, I'm making a Christmas card. So I'm using this stamp here. In case you ever want to watch the recording and make it with me, you can come back. I've got this one, and I will have a blog post up. I don't have it written yet. I'm going to do it as soon as this live's over, and I'll put the link down in the video description as soon as it's done. So I end the bow. And let's see, what else did I? Oh, and Merry Christmas. I think that was it. Yep, that's it. So I only use 3 stamps with this one. So let me get the dies I need out. We need this one. Put that in my little dish. And I need this one for the bow. Now I am going to use another die set. I have used this so many times, and I just got it in, I guess it was April when we were able to pre-order from the annual catalog. I love all the different shapes. I'm going to be using the largest circle, and I'm also going to be using this one here, but I'm going to show you how you can shorten it. Now, this one is shorter, and I think lengthwise it would have worked, but it wasn't wide enough, I guess, top to bottom, okay? This one's just a little bit wider, but I wanted it shorter, and I'll show you how to do that. It's real easy, and it looks like that's the way the die came. So, let's see. Let me grab that. What did I do with that paper? Oh my goodness, you probably saw me. Oh yes, there we go. Look at that. Stuck to the back of that. That happens to me all the time. It usually sticks to the back of my cutter. Okay, so bring this back in. This one is a 3 by 3 inch piece of basic white. I'm bringing in this wreath. Oh, and this is something I want to show you too. If you look at the die, I'm going to show you a little trick. They've got this little piece sticking out right here. I'll put it a little closer. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that arrow? That's what you want to have pointing up all the time. So now I'm going to grab the stamp set. Get this. I've got things piled up over here. And if you look inside, when I had this wreath here, let me get this off here. There is a little arrow right here showing you where that top is. So what I did, I made sure, so I kind of held it like this, pulled it off, and put it on here so the top would be up here. So now I've got a 50-50 chance because I made sure it was along the long edge. But if you look at it, if you look at the die, get hold of that again. I've got too many dies over here. The top section is just a little bit flatter than this one. This one's got like 2 little things sticking out, so I can tell that this is my top. But that makes it so you have a 50-50 chance. Makes it a lot easier because all of these are different, and it'd be almost impossible to line that up. It takes longer to explain than to do. It took me just a few seconds to pick it up and make sure the arrow side was facing at the top. Okay, now put this down, and I'm going to show you this really neat. See how it's got lighter and darker? Those of you who have been around Stampin' Up for a little while, you know about these. These are distinctive stamps. Those are probably my favorite. I love it when it does 2 different shades, and I just had a stamp at the one time. Oh, and I'm also going to show you how to use our Pearlized, what's the full name here? Pearlized Enamel effects. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. Really fun to do. So that's why we're doing this card first, because we're going to put that over to the side to dry. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to grab a little scrap piece. It's like a 1.5 by 1.5 inch basic white piece. Bring in my real red. And my bow, because we're going to die cut this. I love having dies for my stamps. I can fussy cut, but I like dies a lot better. And once again, that's got a little bit going. Some are darker and some are lighter. Oop, looks like it's not coming in very well. There we go. Sometimes I have to play around with my hands to get the focus to work again. And let's go ahead and grab this piece of basic white. I think this one is, I wrote it down, now I don't see it. Oh, I didn't write it down. I think it's like a 3, here I can just measure it. Yeah, 3 by 1 inch piece. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I've got too many. I'm used to with my regular videos, my card directions are on the right. Well, I've got them on the right and the left, so I keep looking at the wrong one. So I'm going to be putting this on one end. So let's just go ahead. Actually, we can put it right in the middle. This will work. I forgot. I do want to have that in the middle. Ooh, I got a little mark there, don't I? That's why we have 2 sides of cardstock. So I'll put that right there. It doesn't have to be directly in the middle. I'll be die cutting that here in just a minute. And let's go ahead, while I've got stuff out, we're going to stamp the inside of the card. And I decided just to do a partial of the wreath. I'm going to kind of put it down here a little bit. I don't want to see any of the wreath down here. I thought that would look kind of funny. So we're just going to put it as close as we can, like that. There we go. And then I'm going to take my bow, and I'm just going to put part of it here, like it's right there on top. There we go. So we've just got a little partial bow right there on the inside. And let's go ahead and put that on in the card, because I know me. If I put it somewhere, I will lose it. And if it's on the card base, I'm less apt to lose that card base. But watch me. I'm real good at that. So we'll put this in. Always like to do a little inside thing. It doesn't have to be much, but it just makes it look a little more finished, and you can write a little better. Oh, thanks, Carol. Okay, so now we're going to put this over to the side. I'll put this on my little table over here. And now I think we're ready to die cut. Get these closed. I'm going to need that garden green here on the next card. Put that over here. That out of the way. Got to make room for this big machine. Okay, oh, I want it to go this way. That way you can see what I'm doing a little better. Bring this up. Okay, I'm going to first do some embossing. So I've got a piece of mint macaron. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I am using a new folder. This one's Whimsical Woodland, and I'm actually using this on both of my cards today. But you can see all those neat trees. Isn't that cool? I love that. So it makes it so you can make it a horizontal card, because there's plenty of room to do a horizontal card. So if I want to put it in this way and have the trees go in this direction, I can. But we want them to go this way. So I'm going to put this in here. Once again, I'm going to make sure I get the edge of the cardstock. Let me get back up on the screen and get it lined up with that line that's in the folder. Okay. Now I better get my sandwich going here first. Get this. There we go. I need my base platform number 1. This is a 3D folder, so that's all I need on the bottom. Make sure I still got that straight. Angle it to me. There we go. So we've got that ready to go. You always want to put it in fold first. Put the specialty plate on top. And that's the sandwich you use for the 3D folders. And you know what? While we've got this set up, I meant to do the other card before, because you don't need to see me do it twice, but since I've got it out and I forgot to do it, we'll just hurry up and do it now. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Pool Party. So this is for my card, the next card we'll be doing. So you're getting a little glimpse of a color for the new, oops, help if I put the specialty plate on. There we go. So now I won't have to do any more embossing. I'll just be die cutting when I bring this out. There it is in the Pool Party. But isn't that a neat folder? I just love that. It is so cute. Okay, put that back over here. We'll keep that base there for die cutting. In die cutting, we need that base platform, then the number 2 die plate, and a standard cutting plate, number 3. Let's grab this wreath. I need to grab my Post-it tape. There we go. And my bow. And actually, we can do all 3 of these right now. Let me get my microphone. Hopefully, you can hear me. I have to keep getting away from my microphone. Okay, now we were going to put the wreath on here. Now, I made sure, oh, I meant to tell you a trick. After I stamped that, thankfully I can tell I've got it right. Let me grab a pencil. I'm going to put a little T up here. So after you stamp that and you know that's your top, write a little T on there because thankfully I put it down the right way. If you forget where your top's at, what you just did defeated the purpose. So put that T on there. That way you can line it up really easy again. And it's going to be die cut out. You don't have to worry about erasing it or anything. That's just going to stay on your scrap. So now I'm putting this on. Take a couple pieces of my tape. And whenever I do this tape, I push it down here inside too, because if I don't do that, it's always going to move on me. There are times I don't get it in there very good, and it moves on me. And this is Post-it tape. You can definitely use washi tape too. And I get Post-it tape on, it's actually called labeling and cover-up tape. This is the 1-inch width on Amazon. So let's get the Merry Christmas on there. I just want to make sure it doesn't have, well, actually take that back. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I do want to put this all the way down here. I forgot. I could have just put it over on the right. So that's about where I want it. Well, if I keep it straight. It's so much easier to do this when I'm not on the camera. There we go. I'm going to put just one more right here just to be on the safe side because I don't want that end to move on me. Got one last thing. Oh, I take that back. No, we don't. I think I can get the next piece on. Show you that here in just a minute. Then we've got our bow. And I need, help if I got tape out before I placed it. I'm hoping we get another magnetic plate. I've got ideas on how they should do it instead of having it be a self-healing mat, because I think that's what happened with the other one. The self-healing mat wasn't as self-healing as they hoped. So dies kept getting stuck to it. Okay, I want to grab a piece. It's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece of basic white. Oh, yep, I think I can if I can get this to move. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my largest circle. I'm not going to worry about taping that down because don't have to worry about the stamped image staying in. I just want to make sure it stays on the cardstock. Put another standard cutter plate on top. Oh, hi, Jill from Ohio. That's where my mom's from. Oh, I got somebody else too. Terry from Minnesota. Glad you're here. Okay. So here's my circle. Remember that card had a circle, so I had to get that circle made. And I will do the Merry Christmas last because we are going to do a little more to that to make it smaller. See, the T is still on my scrap, so I'm going to be throwing that away. I always put my tape on my machine so I can grab it again later. Isn't that wreath neat? I love how it die cuts the inside too. And then we'll get our bow. And there's our cute bow. Isn't that neat? I love the bow. And there's also a bow inside that does a little embossing too, so you don't have to stamp it. But I wanted to do the stamp version on my card today. Okay, now we are going to remove this. And you'll see why it didn't matter that I didn't put it on the right. Because I'm going to make this. See how these have little dots right here? I can get this lined up and get them locked into these dots again. So as it's laying here, I'm going to line up. See, if I line that up, it locked right in place. I want this side to be smaller. So I'm going to kind of bring it close so the Merry Christmas is kind of in the middle. I'm going to lay this down until I feel it. Then when I get it close, then I'll start moving it around. And there I can tell that it's locked. I don't know if you see me. Yeah, you can see me moving my hand. It's locked in place with those dots. So I'm going to put this on here so it doesn't move. Okay. I think one is going to be enough. I love having those little dots. It just locks right into place. This going through. And that's even with my bottom cutting plate warped a little bit. Okay. Now I'll show you the magic. So we've got this little piece, and this one could actually be used for something else. Let me turn it around. So you could have a little bitty one for something else. But look at that. It looks like that's the way, like it was supposed to be. It didn't even make, oh, I'm getting blurry on you. There we go. These are even perfect. Yeah, I love that. So that's how you can make it smaller. We've got a lot of different things you can do with those stylish shaped dies. I love them. Okay, we are done die cutting for this card. Let's get this out of the way for till next time. Okay, get that out of the way too. Now we'll start putting this card together. So here's the card base. And I'm using, I meant to bring the other ribbon, but this'll, if you see it real close, this is garden green. There's also a real red with the combo pack. I take that back. Wait a minute. This is the other card. You got another sneak peek for the other card. This one I didn't use any. That's right. This is a piece of the Gingham Cottage DSP. This comes in the Gingham Cottage Suite. And that is where the Cottage Wreaths Bundle came from. So let me find this. Now, if you remember the card I made, I wish I had a little picture I could put up in the corner so you can see how this is turning out. But I'll show you, I'll compare them here in just a minute. But there was a piece of paper that went across here. Now, in the cased card, this whole thing was designer series paper. But I decided to swap it and have this be my designer series paper instead. That way I'm not using quite as much paper. I can make more of these because this is definitely something you can mass produce if you wanted to. So I'm not going exactly in the center. I'm kind of going above center just a little bit. Okay. So we've got that on there. Then I'm going to grab my circle. Let's find the best side. There we go. There is a side that looks a little better. You can use both if you have to. But I don't have to worry about getting ink on anything because I'm not stamping on this one. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to put that there. I'm going to grab my wreath and my bow, and I'll just put some seal right across here. Oh, Carrie, good. I'm glad you like that tip. And I'm going to put this right here. Every once in a while, I stop myself and go look at your comments. If I miss any of your comments, I'm sorry, Monica. Oh, yeah, that folder is available by itself. It sure is. It's actually hard to see it. You know what? While I'm thinking of it, because I know me, I will forget. Let me see what page that's on. That's one thing with lives. We need to stop and take care of things. Let's see, page 39. Because it is hard to see some of these folders. I almost missed it. Can you believe that? Go to page 39 and look for the trees for sale. And then right here, they just show this little bitty thing about it, the Whimsical Woodland embossing folder. And they show a couple cards made with it. That's where you're going to find it. So you can definitely get that. And it is $10. That's one of those big 3D folders. Glad you asked that. I forgot I was going to show that because some of those embossing folders, there's a leaf one too that I almost missed, and it's real small in there. So be looking at the whole catalog. Every time I look at it, I find something new. So now we've got that bow on there. And I'm going to grab my dimensionals because I wanted to pop something up. I've always got to pop something up. But I usually only pop one layer up. That way it doesn't get too fat for my envelope if I'm going to mail it to somebody. Okay. Then I might take your pick tool. Take these paper backings off. And I'm going to put it right here in the center. Okay. And actually, normally I would do this before I start putting things on with dimensionals, but I can still do it afterward. Let's go ahead and get this on before because I've got one more thing I'm going to pop up. So I'll put this right here in the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my Merry Christmas, and this one I'm going to pop up with dimensionals too. And nobody but you is going to see that I messed up the back. So I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals. Now, one trick when it's something where the dimensionals just fit, make sure the flat side is the one that's on top and bottom on the edges. So that way you don't possibly have one of these points sticking up. I just think that makes it a little bit easier. Then we'll take the paper backing off. And I'm going to put this on. I want to make sure it doesn't go on top of the wreath too much because this dimension will make it kind of go up like this, and I don't want to do that. I do kind of want it to go over that circle, though. So there's our Merry Christmas. And we could stop there, but I definitely wanted to use those Pearlized Enamel something or other effects. They come in 3 different colors. This is in the the Gingham Cottage Suite. And it comes in real red, white, and black, I do believe. Yep, making sure that wasn't silver. And they are pearlized, really easy to use. Now, I don't know about you. Have you ever used, I'm trying to think of some other things we've had. sometimes when you make little dots, they'll kind of, if they're thick, they make little peaks. Well, with this, oh, Monica, you're welcome. You just make the dots. The peaks are going to actually go away as it dries, which is really cool. So I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm going to put a couple on here, and then I'll get it close to the camera so you can see it. I'm just making little dots where I want to have little berries on my wreath. I'm probably doing more than I need to, but it actually, it takes longer. It depends on how big your dots are. It's really hard to tell, but those are pearlized. So let's try and do this. It took about maybe a half an hour. I'll say half an hour to an hour to dry to the touch. I could push on them and it felt hard. So it doesn't take too long when they're this little. But if you're going to mail them, I would let it sit probably at least 24 hours just to make sure it's not doesn't get smashed when they put it through the postage machine. So see how quick these are going. It actually, I think they go on quicker than our rhinestones. We've got some red rhinestones too. But there we go. It does not make the wreath. Let me get closer because I can tell it's hard to see with it. You know what? I can make this go a little closer too, for that matter. I had everything zoomed in out so you could see the paper. Let me get my chat back up. There we go. Isn't that neat? I love that, and it's really pearlized. It really makes the card pop. And I'm really glad. Oh yeah, be good on trees too, Mary Alice. You're right, definitely. But so now I'm going to put this over to the side. I don't want to touch it because I accidentally, when I was making my first one, I had something got on top of it and it flattened them. So all I did, I just put a little bit more on top and you can't even tell. So let me make sure I don't touch that, bring in my page 16 again. So I'll show you how I cased this. And we just got one more card. These cards go real fast, so we should get done within the hour. I always like to try to keep these less than an hour because I know you're busy. But there we go. So there was my case, and this was the card I came up with. So you see, I could have even made the layout go this way if I wanted to. It just gives you some inspiration to get going. So I will put this over to the side. And now I'm going to go to page, I wrote it down, 14. Oh, I did them really close together. I forgot about that. Now, see this card right here? I don't even have this set, but I'm going to be using the Sweet Candy Canes bundle. So I'm going to be making this card here. Let me get a little closer. So it's the same layout. I'm going to be changing the colors and everything because I'm going to go along with the DSP in that suite, which is called the Sweetest Christmas. And it's actually at the beginning, if you want to see this one. It's at the beginning of the catalog. There we go. So this is the suite I'm using to make the card. And I could show you the gingham one real quick. I know it's near the end. Oops, one more page. There we go. So this was the one that gave me the wreath. Okay, I used everything in the suite except for this right here. I was going to try to use it, but it just didn't look right with what I was going for. So we are going to grab, let me show you the bundle quick. I almost forgot that last time. Here is the bundle. You actually get, it looks like, I think there are only 6. Yeah, 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 dies. But we've got this great big one. I won't be using this one today, but it really makes a neat background. I should have brought a card I made earlier. I'll be doing a video on it, so you'll see it sometime. But there's that. But I will be using both of these. I love that they face different directions. So when I go to die cut, it's going to look like this. And they're going to be crossing each other. So I love being able to have 2 that go different ways. Then I'm going to be using this label. I'm actually using all of the dies on this sheet and these 2 right here for some leaves. Now there is a really neat, if you go to the page with the whole suite, there's another bundle that has banners with Christmas greetings, which I have, and I used on the card I was just telling you about that I'll be doing a video sometime. And it's a really neat set. But I thought we're just going to use the Sweet Candy Canes today. So I used both the candy canes and I used, let me look at my card, Christmas Cheer. And those are all, oh, and the leaf. So those are all the stamps I used for this one. Okay. I'm going to grab that card base. This is real close to the same colors as my first card, but this one is actually Sweet Sorbet. Here, let me see if I can show you the difference. You know what? I'm going to grab the one that I just dried that I made earlier. But see, there's just a little bit of difference. Real red, you can see the difference a lot better in person. This is a lot darker than this one. This is definitely red, and this has got like maybe an orangey pinkish red. Not really orangey, more pinkish. Okay, so this one is just the regular 5.5 by 8.5. get those corners together. And this is one of those in colors. So if you missed the beginning of the video, I'm doing my door prizes differently. I'm actually doing 2 of them this time. My first one is for everybody that comments during the live. You get put in the drawing. Where'd my bone? Oh, there's my bone folder. You'll get put in the drawing to get 2 card bases each of the new in colors. Plus, you'll get a little bookmark that shows all the in colors. And I showed that at the beginning of the video. If you want to watch the recording later to see that, you can. So everybody that's been commenting on YouTube and Facebook that live in the United States, you get to be put in the drawing. And then I'll have a drawing for something else too. I don't think I showed that. Oh, yeah, the cards. You'll get put in the drawing for the cards. So everybody watches the recording and does the comments during the live will be put in that drawing too. So there's our card base. Oh, I don't want to do this yet. There's that piece we already embossed. That's the pool party. Then we need, let's get the stamping done. I always like to try to get things so I only have to do the die cutting machine once. Okay, I just need this one right now. I've got 2 pieces of this side. I just need one of them. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I'm going to grab that Stampin' Pierce mat again. I keep putting it in the same spot. Didn't used to have trouble with my light, but now it keeps moving on me. Okay, so we are going to stamp the candy canes. And since I'm making them both the same color, I just got a bigger block so I could put both of them on there and made sure they were far enough away. I'll be able to die cut them at the same time too. So here's my sweet sorbet. Oh, hi, Jean. Is it Jean or probably Jean? From Oregon. My daughter's got an old friend from Oregon. There we go. So put that here. And we will stamp this. If I get quiet every once in a while, it's because I'm reading comments. Oh, hi, Kelly. Thanks for saying thumbs up, please. I appreciate that. All the little things that you do has Facebook and YouTube notice me, and it gets shared a little more. So yeah, doing thumbs ups if you see, because you don't have to just comment. You can do thumbs ups and loves and everything like that. And Facebook and YouTube see that. They love it. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm seeing all these hearts popping up here on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we've got the candy canes. Now I'm going to grab another piece of sweet sorbet. This one is 3 by 1 3/4. Let me find oh, there it is. I'm going to be using my Tuxedo Black Memento. Oops, just hit my microphone. There we go. And my Christmas cheer stamp. And I probably could have done this in the garden green color. I'm probably going to wish I had. You know what? I'm going to change this. And we're going to see which one looks better. Let me grab because I have to admit, I wasn't real crazy about how the black looked. And I meant to try the green. So we are going to do the green this time. And then we will see how it looks. Because the green will definitely show up on the sweet sorbet. I'm sure of it. Oh, Peggy, I know. I almost didn't get this set, and I really like it. Those oops. Once again, see, I got some. Here, let me grab a paper towel here. I think I can reach it. There we go. I went a little too hard. I did what I tell my ladies here at camp not to do. Got some ink on there. If I would have just turned this upside down while I was talking, because when you talk, you don't pay attention to what you're doing. I could just tap this on and keep it flat. Then I wouldn't get ink on those edges. Okay, I bet I got most of the ink off. Try to keep it straight and not push down too hard. Oh, that time I didn't go. That'll be all right. We're fine. I think I do like that green better, actually. It's not much difference, but there is a difference. That's going to be die cut with that label one. Oh, yeah, we need to do, let me bring these back in. I forgot about my leaves. I'm glad I've still got room for them. Using my garden green again. And I'm going to stamp a leaf over here. Let's see. Since I meant to put this is going to work. May not be able to do the die cutting all at the same time. We'll see. Hopefully those are far enough away. I meant to stamp the candy canes up a little higher, but that's okay. And this is another one. See those leaves? It's got the different shading to it. And it's kind of hard to see in the video. There's a little bit of a shading here too. They kind of look like old-fashioned candy canes. I like that a lot. Okay, now, the inside. Let me grab that. This is a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white again. And this time, I just want to use one candy cane. Let me clean these off. I can take one off, but I don't want to lose a stamp by accident. The way these are so sticky, I could see them stick to something and I not find it. There was something I lost yesterday. I can't remember what it was. I was getting the stamp set together. Could not find it anywhere, and I finally found it, thank goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one here. So it's this one here. So this is the one, so I'm going to turn it over so it's on the opposite side. And I'm only going to ink that one up. I've got them far enough away. I'm just going to tap on it. Okay. And then we are going to just put this, I'm going to kind of angle it a little bit too. There we go. And there's our simple inside. Just have a little candy cane. Isn't that, I love that candy cane. And I've seen, well, if you look in the catalog, you'll see it too. You could use markers or a sponge dauber with ink and make them different colors. You can make those red and green candy canes. A lot of different ways you can do that. There's so many different flavored candy canes nowadays. I still like the original the best, I think, though. But there's our inside. I think that is all. Yep, that's all the stamping. Had to look at my card real quick. Get that out of the way. Now we're going to get the die cutting machine back in here. Oh, hold on a minute. The handle got caught underneath my computer over here, and I wouldn't be able to see your chats anymore. Comments. Okay. So I'm going to get this back in the screen. There we go. This is already embossed. We're just going to die cut. Let me find all my little pieces here. So we've got this one. I think we can do it all at the same time. Let's see. So here is this. So the Christmas, I'm just making sure that it looks kind of even on top and the bottom, and making sure the C and the S in Christmas are right close to those circles, because this is going to die cut some holes on each side for me. Okay. Now we will grab our candy canes. Let's see, get this on here. Put this right here. I'm probably going to have to get some more tape going here. This one on. You know what? I think we might be able to get both of those leaves on. Let's see. If not, we'll just run it through. Always like to see if I can get everything through just one time. Okay, so we've got those. And I love that they've given us 2 leaves. These are exact same dies. Let's see here. See if it's, oh, you know what? This one's good. Yep, that one is going to just fit. They're right next to each other. You don't want them overlapping for sure, because that will affect the die cutting. Oh, Christy. Let's do this. I forgot I didn't have any more tape. Okay, now we'll line this up again. Just made myself have to do it twice. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's bring this down a little bit so you can see. And let's see about this one. I was a little worried about that stem. Oh, nope, that works. Oh, and one thing I need to double check on this one. There is a little hole right here. You want to make sure you only see green. You don't want to see any white. So I'm going to have to move a little bit so I can see it. There we go. That makes it so you know that the stem is lined up. So you know what? We are going to look at this one again. Oop, I didn't. I'm going to move this a little bit. Oh, now I only see green. You probably won't be able to see it from there. But now I know it's lined up a lot better than it was just a minute ago. Cool. We're going to get this through in one fell swoop. Oh, and I put the handle on the wrong side. Okay, we'll make this work. I usually put it closer to myself. There we go. Took a little longer since I had to reach, but that's okay. So we are done die cutting. And see how this made little holes? Isn't that cool? I love that. Put that there. And I may not have stamped it perfectly. I think I'll go back over it later. I can line it up when I'm not in a hurry. If I try to do it in the live, it's going to look even worse. So I put that there. And these could be kept for just little circles if you want to. I don't need them for this card. But you can have like a little jar with little things that you want to keep for later. I do that a lot. I've got a little Tupperware Rubbermaid container that I put some things in. There's my leaf. See, it lined up a lot better because that stem, I could only see the green in that hole. Oh, hi, Margaret. Glad you're here. Okay. And then we need this one here. Yep, I'm glad I moved it because it definitely lined up good. So yeah, just make sure you see that green in the dot and the leaves are lined up and you're going to be good. Let's get these candy canes. Now this, I'm afraid I didn't line up very well, but I didn't want to have to, oh, no, it lined up pretty good. There we go. And then this candy cane, these tape. And the neat thing with this tape, you can use it over and over again for a little while. When it starts to fall apart, that's when I change it out. And there's my other candy cane. Okay, now we're ready to put this card together, and we're going to be done with this week's live. Okay. Oh, get back in there. I'm afraid I'm going to have a crashing sound here. Oh, nope, I made it. There we go. I've got a hard floor here, and it would have made a big racket. Okay, now, oh, did forget to die cut something. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's get this back in here. This time I'll get the handle in the right spot. I'll show you when I show you the picture again in the card I'm casing, but it used the decal rectangle dies. I love these dies. This is another one I've used quite a bit from the annual catalog. I am using, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, number 5 die. When I say a number, I always start counting from the smallest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the one that I used. And this is another piece that's 4 3/4 by 3.5. It's the exact same size. I could have made it smaller, but just makes it easier that I don't pick up the wrong one by accident. Those candy canes probably wouldn't have fit on a smaller piece. But I love this rectangle because it's not just your basic rectangle. You've got that little decal edging around it. But they use that in the casing card. I thought, ooh, you know what? I'm not changing that. I like that. So now we are done. We are definitely done now. So I don't have any other cardstock over here on my little table. That's a telltale sign. Okay, now I'm going to grab my pool party piece. Well, actually, let's grab the decal piece we just did. Find the side that looks the best. That one looks the best. And I'm going to put these on. I kind of showed you a minute ago with the stamps like this. Grab my seal. Oh, there it is. By the end of the live videos, I've got things everywhere. Have trouble finding them. Even worse than I was at the beginning of the video. Okay, so I'm going to put this at an angle like so. Have this near the top right corner. Then we'll do the same with this. And I'm going to be popping up the greeting instead of the candy canes. So like I said, now if you wanted to hand this to somebody and not mail it, I probably would pop these up too. If you're mailing it, I would only pop up the greeting. So that, because that way you don't have to put extra postage on your card. Okay, so now we've got our pretty candy canes. Now I'm going to grab this. We're going to put some ribbon through here. So I'm going to grab, I've got 2 pieces. I actually showed this by accident earlier. There's real red and garden green ribbon combo that's in the Sweetest Christmas Suite. And this is the garden green, as you can tell. That's a 4-inch piece. This is a 6-inch piece. I'm taking the bigger one. And I'm going to start on the left side, bring it down through the hole, and then bring it up through the hole on the other side. Okay. Then we're going to grab this one. I'll just hold on to that for right now. I'm going to grab this. We're going to put it the top center. Oh, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive on here and leave it there. I want to put my DSP on first. If you remember the case card, it had a little bitty layer underneath the main image. And this is a piece. I could use either side. I like the striped side better. But this is from the Sweetest Christmas DSP. I love this side too. I think that's pretty. I thought that was going to be too much. Actually, this one's the real red. It's got real red and sweet sorbet in the colors. As you can see, there's a sweet sorbet and the real red. Pool party and garden green. I think those, and all the colors. So I'm going to put this near the bottom and kind of center it from the bottom and here on the pool party. I might need to move it over just a little bit. With seal, usually you can pick it up again within the first 10 minutes. I always lay it down nice and easy, and then when it's where I want it, then I go ahead and push it down. And when it's on embossed cardstock, I don't know if you ever tried, sometimes it tears a little easier because the fibers have been broken up as to do the embossing. So you want to be careful if you ever have to lift it up again. So now we've got that there. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to center it left and right over the DSP. I kind of like this being a little wider. I think on the original they had it down like this, but I wanted more of the stripes to show. So I'm going to put it up just a little bit. Because when you case, you change it up any way you want. It's just kind of a starting point. So we've got this. Now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this, okay? So while the ribbon is on there, now I'll know where to put my dimensionals. I'm kind of got it close to the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. It does help when you go to put it on if you've got it close to the center. I'm going to go over the ribbon just a little bit. That kind of holds the ribbon on a little bit too. I'll put, let's see, is that where I want it? Yes. Bring it in just a little bit because I'm going to be putting, I don't want them right on the edge because I'm going to be putting some leaves. Those leaves are going to go underneath here and I don't want them hitting the dimensionals. And I don't think, this isn't really wide, so I really don't think we need 4 to have one in each corner. So I'm just going to put one down here at the bottom center. That'll keep it from, so it doesn't wobble and it'll stay on with no problem. Then we're going to take this off, paper backing. Oop, I don't think I got that last one. No, I didn't. There we go. This is going to go straight across. Now that I'm looking at this, it's a little cockeyed, but I'm okay with that. I'm not going to worry about it. That's one thing. Handmade cards aren't supposed to look like they're made by a machine, so I'm okay if it's off just a little bit. So we've got that there. Now I'm going to turn this over. I can see where the ribbon is, so I'm just going to put some seal right there on the cardstock. Get those attached. Now that we've got the ribbon on there, I can put this on the card base because I almost did that the wrong way the first time. And I want you to see how neat it is on the other side too. See, this is when they're all raised up a little bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference. And then there's the debossed side, and I like that too. I almost did the debossed side. Actually, I was going to do that today and forgot. I think that looks pretty too. So you've got 2 different looks you can go with. Oh, I need more adhesive, don't I? Got to talk and I forgot. And I always put a little bit on top of the ribbon too so it doesn't pop up on me. And we'll just put it here in the center of the card, like so. Okay. And what else am I going to do? Oh, yeah. This 4-inch piece, I liked the look of that card where it looked like there was a piece that was tied. I think it's easier to use the 2 pieces. Because if I put this through and then try to tie a thing here, my knot would look so weird. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take this 4-inch piece, bring it on here, and just tie it in a single knot. I'm not going to do a double knot because I think I can get the knot here in the center to look better that way. Now, I kind of liked it so it's more in the hole. So I can actually slide this over since it's been tied on to that attached ribbon and keep playing with it till it looks good to me. So now it looks like it's coming. It's like an optical illusion. Looks like the ribbon came up underneath the hole and we tied that knot right in the exact right spot. And we really didn't. All I had to do was slide it over. And I'll cut my ends at an angle, kind of make them about the same width. I'm going to keep messing around with it because I don't want to cover up my, there we go. So just keep twisting it and pulling it tighter and then it'll stay where you want it. That way I can still see that Christmas cheer. Now this is kind of big and I thought it needed a little something more. So I'm grabbing the Adhesive-Backed Seasonal Sequins. These are also in the Sweetest Christmas. See if I can get these out. I'm going to put them in a little baggie, I think. This container is nice for when they send it to you, but it doesn't keep them very well. So I'm going to grab a little Ziploc bag. But here are the white ones, gold, the garden green, and the sweet sorbet. Now, I'm not going to use any sweet sorbet today. I'm just going to use the green. So I thought this just needed a little something. That just looks kind of plain. So I'm going to grab a small garden green one, put it right there, and a small gold one. Put it right there. A lot of times I'll use my take your pick tool, but these are kind of raised up a little bit, and I think they're actually easier to get a hold of. Oh, it's garden green. To take them off of here. Oh, take that back. I'm doing a white one. So there's a gold and a green one, and then I'm going to use a white one and put it down here. And that just puts a little bit of bling on there, and it makes that label look a little better. And there is another greeting that's a little bit longer. Taller, has a few more lines to it. I think that would look really pretty on this too. But there's that. Now we'll put the inside of the card in, and then I will grab my mini catalog again, and we're going to look and see how close it looks to the card we cased. Put this right here. And like I said, if you ever want to watch this recording again, if you want to make these cards with me, if you've got all the supplies, or you can order from me too. I've got links down below. If you live in the United States, you can order from me if you don't have Demonstrator of your own too. And order from me and you can get the supplies. But I will have that post up by the end of the day at least. I'm going to work on it as soon as I get done here. So let's grab the mini again. So that was on page 14, the original card. I'll put it right next to each other. So this was the one I did, and this was the one I came up with. So they look totally different, but that's how I got the idea. So I use the same layout. Oh, Mary, you are so right. I'm so glad you remembered the leaves. I knew this didn't look right. Okay, but you saw how they look close together, but we are going to add those leaves. I'm glad I looked over the comments. Let's get those leaves back in here. I am so glad you said that. Okay, I'm going to tuck a leaf right up here. Oh, this makes it look even better. I knew something was missing. And then I'm going to put one in the bottom left corner. So I'm just putting some seal on there. And having this raised up, I can slide it under there. There we go. Doesn't that look better? Thank you, Mary. I'm so glad you noticed that. There. Okay, now I've got a weird... Last week I had a lot of weird comments on my YouTube. Now I've got a weird one on my Facebook. I will delete that here in a minute. At least it's not as bad as the ones last week. Last week they were bad. I'm afraid I'm going to have to get a friend to monitor my comments for me because I can't take care of it during the video. But I'll get rid of that here in a minute. So there's that card. So let me grab the other card. It's been close to a half an hour. Let me feel... Oh, these are dry. So I can touch these now. But like I said, they still feel a little sticky. So I'm definitely... If I want to mail this, I'll probably wait till tomorrow to mail it. But I won't be mailing it tomorrow since it's Christmas. But there's the pearlized one. So those still look nice and shiny. And then this card too. And you can tell the colors look real similar. But this is kind of a lighter version. I used the colors that were in the papers that I was using. They just happen to be kind of close together. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. I'm so glad you're here. It was so fun. All the comments. I think that's probably the most comments I've had for a long time. Let me get my chat up. So you still got a couple, maybe just about a minute, just about to end. So if you want to get in the drawing for, let me see if I can find them here, my cardstock pack, if you get 2 of each of the in colors, and you get this, kind of zoomed in a little too much, but you get this neat bookmark I made. So you can put that in your catalog. So everybody that, oh, you're welcome, Monica. I'm glad I could help with the tips. But so if you're, once I stop this video, I will hurry up and get everybody's names together, put you in a bucket, and then I'll pick the winner. So you can even just stick around, watch some more videos if you want to, if you're on YouTube. But I'll put on my community tab on YouTube, and I will make a post here on my Create with Christy page on Facebook, so that way you'll know the winner of this. And I'll get these, and then you can contact me. You can, on Facebook, you can message me. On YouTube, I've got a contact me link below in the video description. So you can click on that and give me your mailing address. And I'll get it mailed out to you. Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. This was so much fun. I hope you had fun too. And I'll be back again next Tuesday. I'm going to switch a screen here, get my stuff back up. The next live is going to be next Tuesday, July 19th at 3 p.m. And I put this little picture on the left side. I do thank you gifts every month. New thank you gifts all the time. All orders, any size order, when you use the host code that's listed here, the VZVMH3BB, when you use that host code, you will get access to an exclusive video and with 2 different card projects on it. If you place at least a $50 order, you'll get the supplies to make the first card in the video. $70 order, you'll also get the flat jingle bell trinkets. If you look in the top left picture, that's the bell trinkets. If you place a $140 order, you will also get the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. That was one I was telling you about that I almost missed in the catalog, and that's pictured there on the right. And they're also, the cards that are on there kind of show you what the what they look like when they're being used. And then $175 order, you also get the supplies for the second card. So if you place a $175 order, though, do not use the host code. Any order of $150 or more, and all of my prices I'm showing are before shipping and tax, you get Stampin' rewards. So you don't want to use the host code or you'll lose your Stampin' rewards, but you'll still get my thank you gifts if your order is $150 order without the host code. So I want to tell you that. Okay, I think that's it. And you can find out more about my monthly thanking gifts in the video description below. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I really had fun today, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.